Hey everybody, welcome to Jen Lowry Writes. Guys, Tish Bouvier's here.
Yay!
I'm here and we are set up to paint. So go grab your paint supplies, whether it's crayons, pencils, digital art, whatever you've got going in your life right now, go grab it and paint along with us. We are painting our favorite poetry. And Tish and I were talking so much beforehand. Tish finally was like, "Are we live?" That's what I need to push the button. All right, Tish, tell us what you've been working on all day because I see it in the background.
Yes, I pre-drew my picture. I don't know if y'all can. Let's see if we can get a good angle. So much light. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a good angle. Can you see a little bit?
I see a little bit.
It's a bird I drew. He looked like a dove. And inside, I got my favorite poem written. And this is a cage. And I Know Why the Cage Birds Sing by Maya Angelou. So that is what I'm working on. I'm going to have to fix it so you can, let me see if I can get a good shot.
Love that, Tish. Man,
so Tish, I just have to think
how long did it take you, Tish, to like sketch all of that out?
It took me about maybe 30 minutes to do it.
Wow.
Can you tell a little bit? And then I just did a little design on the side with a leaf. But yeah, I read her poem and I did the table and I felt like, you know what? I felt inspired. For some reason, that was the first time I really felt like I wanted to write a poem. And I remember she was one of my favorite poets. And the way I was feeling at the moment, that was perfect. And I said, well, I could keep this drawing once I get through this painting. And it will always have her poem in here, which was one of the first poems I read by Maya Angelou.
I love it so much. So we can't auction it off. You're not going to sell it. You're not going to put it up on the auction. No, you're going to keep it.
I think I'm going to keep it.
That's gorgeous, Tish. Did you draw it out with a pencil?
Yeah, so I ran out of paint the last time and I went to Hobby Lobby and they had them half price off. So I got this for like $9. The paint and the pencils and stuff. So yeah, I sketched it out myself. I Googled and saw different birds and stuff. And I said, oh, I like this one. And then I like that one. So I added design from both covers that I liked. Yeah.
Cheyenne says she loves the drawing.
Oh, thank you.
Love it. All right, so you got to go get your drawing utensils, get everything ready. I will let you guys know that I kind of had a panic right before, and there is a box of Q-tips that are sitting.
Oh.
I thought I had lost the brushes. I didn't know where I had them in the house. I'm running. Sam is helping me. Sam crawled under the bed, looking for everything, and finally found everything I need. And look what I got for $16 at Michael's.
Oh, you got a good one. It's a lot. That was a good deal.
It was $16. I said, because I've been buying like just these like singles.
Yeah.
We've been having our paint parties. So I've been having like just like the little acrylic paints like this.
Yeah.
And I only had just a few choice colors. And now I've got me a better selection. And I just bought this $1 little, but I know.
Oh, that was a good deal.
We can use a paper plate. I mean, that's fine.
Right.
And when I took the boys to get ice cream uptown at the Clayton General Store, they gave me ice. Now, the boys got a large, so theirs was a big mason jar. But my ice cream came in this smaller jar. So now this is my memory.
Oh, look at that. Ice cream in a mason jar? How cool.
Yes.
I love that.
I got to show you the pictures, Tish. It was like phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, so I want to do Sonnet 43, How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways. That's my favorite poem. I love it so much. And so in the poem, I was thinking, do I pull out a scene? Like, I love how you got the bird in the cage. As soon as you started talking, Tish, I knew exactly what poem it was.
Oh, did you?
Yes. And so when I was reading Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem today, trying to figure out what was I going to do, like which way would I draw this, I decided to draw the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse from North Carolina.
Oh, I love that.
Because in her poem, she says, I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion put to use. And she just keeps talking about the ways that she loves her man. And I think about how much a sailor would love to see that light to save him from crashing against those rocks. And I'm like, somehow that the lighthouse came to my mind as if it's like a beacon calling us home. So that is what love is. So that's why I was like, I could draw the lighthouse. So
I love Lighthouse. Oh, I love lighthouses. Oh, I love them.
Mama loved lighthouses too.
Oh.
So I'm sure a lot of that comes from Mama's love. So I'm just going to paint the scene of the lighthouse and see what it all turns out to look like, which I have not prepped anything. So this is for fun.
I don't know what I'm going to do with color, so I'm just going to play and let my imagination take over.
I went straight for this copper, so it could be like glowing sands.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because as soon as I saw these colors, I love the gold, the coppers, and I didn't know how I was going to use it. But now that I see the thoughts of the lighthouse, I'm like, I got to do like the golden sands. So I'm doing bronze, gold, and copper right away. So I've been looking forward to this night, just hanging out, Tish.
Yeah, I said, well, I need this. I need some.
Yes, you do. You need some feel-good time and some focused time working on a project.
Now I just have to make sure I get my colors like I want it. Let's see. Make me don't even want to touch it. Don't want to mess it up.
It's so pretty, Tish. But you know what? I heard you tell me how long it took you to do it. So, that's a positive thing. If it took you 30 minutes to sketch that out,
right,
then that means you can always sketch it out again, right?
That's true. I'm just going to give it my best shot.
I know you will. So while we're painting, we can tell everybody about your nano book. You've got Echoes and Whispers, your poetry book. We're talking about poetry. Let's talk about a little bit about your poetry. So when you read Maya's poem, did you start writing poetry right away? Or did
no.
How did your poetry come about, Tish? I'd love to hear this story.
Oh, with this one here?
No, just with your poetry in general.
Oh. Let me see. It was a long time ago. I want to say almost 20 years ago. No, I'm going to go back to when I was in the 12th grade. When I was in the 12th grade, I was horrible in English, but I knew I had to bring my grade up in order to pass, and I hated English. I did. I'm not going to kid you. So our teacher gave us, I remember it's the first poetry assignment ever. We had to write a poem about some kind of event that'll had us, react, some kind of emotion with it. Honestly, I couldn't think of anything. I was always one of those person that read the clip notes, wait to the last minute to do whatever I needed to do to pass that test. So anyway, I knew my name was going to be last on the list because of my last name. And everyone started going down the list, reciting their poems. And oh my gosh, they were so depressing. I mean, our whole classroom, it was beautiful, but it was so emotional. Everybody had some major issues going on, and people was crying in the classroom. It was all girls school too, so they was crying. It was just ridiculous to me. I was always the comical one in class.
Tish, no way.
Yeah, I was. So I decided, you know what? It was my time. I was sort of shy too, and getting up because of the teachers coming in. I can get up on my own. So I got up and recited my poem. Everyone cracked up laughing. All the tears was gone. They was just hilarious. And my teacher, Miss Fight, I will never forget her. She said, Tish, she was telling me that was the best poem. We needed that. You was right on time with that poem, and I got an A.
Tish
And
on time. Tish on time.
That's what she said. I would never, and it made me feel so good because she was so tough. She was hard.
And so, you earned her respect that day.
I sure did. And it's been over what, 40, 30 years, and I will never forget her because of that moment.
And that's what started your love of poetry?
Yes. And then I, discovered online as time went on, and it was a lot of poetry clubs online back in the days. That was MSN had the groups back there. So I would join a lot of poetry groups, and I couldn't believe how good, I'm bragging, I was really good. I wrote some good poems back in those days. They was deep, and it made you feel, and it really wasn't negative. It was good poems, mainly about women, coming into themselves, discovering who they are, even back in those days.
You were processing all of that. You were doing
I might have been.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing. So, yeah, I wrote a lot of good poems, got a lot of praise, and I wrote a few love poems. But you know what? I stopped writing for some reason.
You just said, no, not for me anymore. Just life happened.
Career.
Mm-hmm.
No time, couldn't focus. Back then I had a lot of, and then the kids, when you had kids and working as a nurse, you were busy, so, life happened. But it was, I came across some poems a few years ago, but I lost them all in the flood. And I was like, I wrote this. Oh my God, this was good. So when I was reading some poetry today, I decided, you know what? I can do this. I felt it. I hadn't felt it before, and I honestly felt my poems today. So, yeah. I felt it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try. When we get off tonight, I am going to sit and write a poem. I don't know what the topic's going to be. I'm just going to let the words flow.
You're going to have to share it with us in the WW.
I am.
You bless us. You bless us so much, Tish.
You bless me.
You bless me, truly. Cheyenne, she's over there. She's on Facebook right now. And when you were talking about how English wasn't your thing in high school, she was my student in high school. And now she's a grown.
Oh, wow.
She's a grown lady. She's a grown lady. Checking it out. Makes me feel old.
Oh, I know, right? It's neat to see your student. I would love Miss Fight to see me now. I mean,
you got to try to reach out to her, Tish.
I know.
You could send her a copy of Echoes and Whispers and say, look what you started, lady. Look what you started in me.
It was because of her, too, honestly, that I really started writing in general. Because the reaction I got from everybody in the classroom made me feel good. That was an ego boost.
Well, it was affirming that you had words and your words were heard and your words matter.
Yeah.
And that's why encouraging others to share their voice and then praising them for that voice, that is a positive thing. That's the beauty of poetry for me too. Like, I know people will say, I heard it one day about judging poetry and how people mark a good poem and what makes that a standout poem versus another poem. And poetry to me, poetry is just spoken straight from our heart to the page.
Yeah.
It's just raw emotion on a page. And I can't judge that. So if I give an assignment to a kid and it's poetry, I'm like, live and be in that moment when you write that poem. Give it your one, give it your 100, because guess what? That's what you're getting from me. You're getting that. You're getting that 100. I'm not going to say, We thought of this composition or this rhyme pattern or no, you have to try and model after so and no. Put your heart into that poem and let that poem live. That's what I tell my students, you know.
Oh, that's really good advice. I went to the bookstore and I came across, what is her name? I can't say her name. Amanda Goldman book. I don't know if y'all can see it. Her book of poetry, The Hill We Climb.
She just got that released.
I was like, oh my gosh, because that is so profound. Oh, I just
so proud of
her word. Yes.
So proud of her.
I thought that was cute. I was saying, ooh, who knows? One day I can have a book of poetry out here. I did. I thought that for a moment.
You do. Echoes and Whispers is doing strong, and for anybody that is participating in Nano, that is a great jump for them to get motivated when their words are coming. And now you're working on a new poetry book, right, Tish? Tell us.
Yeah, I have a new one. It's called Everyday Haiku, Life is a Prayer. And it's representing 7 days of the week each day. And the things that we may go through during the day, not bad things, just things that we really don't stop and pay attention to, you know, even those chaotic moments.
Right.
So, and it's all positive and follow each day of the haiku. It's like 3 haiku, 1 for morning, evening, and nighttime.
I love that, Tish.
And it's followed by a prayer that relates to the theme of each of those haikus on that particular day. So you can either journal a prayer after you read it, or you can write your haiku based on that. So that is Everyday Haiku. I'm really proud of that one. I'm gonna release that on International Haiku Day.
April 17th. April the 17th, Tish, you were coming up.
And next week, y'all can pre-order it because it's going to be as an ebook and printed version.
Nice.
I know, I'm so proud of that one. I am proud of it. So, and writing haiku is really simple, but I want to get down deep like I used to be and let the flow of words just fall on the pages. And since this is National Poetry Month, I can strive for a poem a day.
Oh, yeah, Tish. If you go to poets.org, if you want to be inspired, go to this website. It's called poets.org, and you can sign up for their newsletter, and they will send you a poem a day in your inbox.
Oh, how sweet. I like that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I love poets.org. I love the Poetry Foundation. Those are my 2 favorite places to go. To go and check out poetry, read poetry online.
I know reading it really becomes an inspiration because I hadn't read poems in a long time. I read some of ours in the WWJs, but just to really sit there and take it in like I did with Maya Angelou, oh my God, it just brought back memories and I was feeling that muse.
And that's it. Like poetry puts you in a time and a place. It can bring it back just like a song, you know?
Oh, yeah. I like that. Yeah.
It can take you back. Like, I will never forget E.E. Cummings' poem. I was really going between Sonnet 43 and I Carry Your Heart by E.E. Cummings. Like, which one would I draw? Because I will never forget when me and Eli first met. That's one of my favorite poems too. Is I'll carry your heart. And Eli told me, he was like, my favorite poem is from E.E. Cummings. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
No way. Of all the poems, my love and I have one that we shared. This is so hard to draw a lighthouse.
I just love, because to me, lighthouses is just peaceful. They like solitudes, tranquil. They standing there alone, towering over the world and away out there in the ocean.
Yes, Tish.
Bringing light. I love lighthouses. I would like to do a tour of all the lighthouses in the United States one day. I'm gonna put that on my list to do.
Put it on your bucket list, Tish. And then, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? You're coming to North Carolina to visit me.
All righty. I am definitely gonna do that.
I took the
Take
kids to
pictures and document.
Currituck. I took them to Currituck Lighthouse. I went to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, back in maybe 2013. And when we got there, we were unable to walk all the way up to the top. They had it closed off for repairs. So we weren't able to actually, but we got to tour the grounds and got to go around it and, you know, take pictures and see everything and read the, you know, the history behind it and everything. But we weren't able to go up. But the kids loved it though. I took the boys.
They did.
Yeah, it was mom and boy time. And then, I don't know.
So tomorrow is Good Friday. You gonna do anything special tomorrow?
No, just be in the Word and Pooja's book, The Passion. I put that one up in the WWJs. That's a great reflection during this time.
Oh, that is good.
I was checking out some different preaching of the Word and listening to some different ones online. So that's probably what I'll be tuning into tomorrow is going online and getting some preaching. Then working National Poetry Month. We've got a busy author month.
Oh, I know we do.
It's a fun one though. I love it. You know, it gives us that purpose and gets us working towards our goals. And I wrote a poem live yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I wrote a poem live yesterday, and as I wrote it, it was from the Kwame Alexander children's book that I showed you about.
Right.
Out of Wonder, I love how he took celebrated poets that he loves, and he honored them by writing poetry in either similar style, pattern, or tone, or topic, theme, you know. Right. And so the whole book is just, I read it twice. I mean, you can go through it, but I loved it so much. And of course, he had E.E. Cummings in there.
Okay.
But he had Maya. He had a lot of famous poets. And I think I'm going to make the light gold too. But he inspired me to challenge myself to go and look up some poems that I love and try to do that. And so Pablo Neruda wrote a poem called Poetry. And I teach it every year because it's a great way to introduce students to the power of words and how words come to visit. I don't know if you've ever read that poem or not, but
no, but I like how you said that, how words come to visit.
And it's how words visit and how words come to stay. And you would love that poem. And so I did that, and I called it Words. He calls his poetry, and I talked about. He says in like the first lines that he doesn't know when it happened to him. Like he can't remember the date, the time, the age, but I do. So then I kind of modeled just the topic,
right?
And I wrote one called Words.
I like that.
Yeah. And I loved it so much. And then I went straight away online, live, and I did a Canva image of it. I posted it up everywhere. I put it on my blog. I was having it everywhere. I was challenging everybody who was watching it. You know, not only should you write, you should share. Share what you're writing.
Right.
Put it out there for people to be encouraged and inspired by. You know, because that's what poetry does for me. It encourages and inspires me.
It opened something up in me today.
Well, that lighthouse definitely looks like elementary school lighthouse, but I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters.
I'm doing the sky now. We've got our poetry reading on the 5th, everybody. So you guys have to check that out on April the 5th. Tish is going to be, are you going to read any of your new poems? Or are you going to read Echoes and Whispers?
If I come up with something tonight, once we get off, I will save it for the end. Yeah.
Nice, Tish.
That should be fun.
Nice.
And I'm going to capitalize off of that moment because I'm feeling it, you know? I ain't going to let it pass me by.
Good.
Embrace the moment.
I'm using a lot of yellows in the sky. Just because I think of how that light just travels. I went and looked up some history about the lighthouse. Alexander Hamilton commissioned the lighthouse, got it passed through Congress to build it off the North Carolina coast because he almost sank his ship coming to the New World in that location. And he was like, we can't be doing this. We need a lighthouse here. And so they spent $44,000 and they built that lighthouse.
A lot of money back in those days.
Tell me. And then they were like, but the light's not bright enough. Oh, we've got, hello. Great to see you.
Hi, Virtually Elizabeth. I like that name.
We are just chilling. We are painting our favorite poems tonight. You got to drop in the chat and tell us what your favorite poetry is. Grab something to start painting. You could go digital art. You can grab some stuff real quick from the closet. Start pulling out paint supplies. You can get pencils, crayons, whatever you've got. And you can paint your poetry along with us.
Right.
Tish, you did digital art one night when we did paint night, didn't you? When you were doing Josie the Ballerina Dreamer?
Yeah, I was using my iPad on that one. What was that program? Procreate, yeah.
Yesterday, I cried.
Really? Why?
That's the name of her favorite poem.
Oh,
we got to go look it up.
Oh, I know. Ayana Van Zandt. Oh my gosh, I know the poem. It's been a long time.
See, you go get Tish all. You go get Tish all.
Get me all emotional.
Oh, she said it's beautiful. Okay, I've got a tab up right now. Yesterday I cried. See, this is a benefit to me. Not only do I get to hang out with Tish, my sweet sister in Christ, I get to now.
Oh, I remember that one. Yes. Oh my gosh. That's a beautiful one. It's deep. Extremely deep.
Oh, I'm trying to go. I get
it. Let's see what other color. Then I had purple. Of course, I got purple somewhere in here. You found it yet?
I'm looking. I want to make sure that that's.
Let me find it.
It's like different things. Like when I'm going to images. Here, let me put this down. I want to read it so bad. So like I need to get off images. Oh. There we go. Maybe this is it. Yes, I found it.
Oh, yeah, I see it. She used to have a show.
Hmm. Oh my gosh. I cried because hurt has no place to go.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
It's deep.
It's a poem that you want to hug.
Mm-hmm. And her show was about healing. It was about healing.
She used it as the intro to her book with the same name. All right, okay. I'm not going to close this out, so I'm going to have it up. Man, so powerful. I bet you can tell, Elizabeth, what's up with Tish. Tish, yours looks absolutely gorgeous.
My hands is wicked trying to do this.
It's beautiful.
You know, another one of my favorite poems by Maya Angelou is Phenomenal Woman.
Yes, I love that.
I love that one.
I always teach Still I Rise.
Yes.
I have to teach that one.
I love that one.
I also teach, she said, amazing painting, Tish. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
I always have to teach Annabelle Lee too by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, okay.
I love that poem. That's my favorite poem by Poe, except that and Alone. Have you ever read Maya's poem called Alone?
I probably have, don't remember.
Yeah, I got to send you a list because I love Alone by her. And if you partner that up with Edgar Allan Poe's version of Alone, you can really see those two perspectives and the two tones. It's just side by side, just that whole perspective and how it can change from where you sit with the word alone. And Maya's, of course, is nobody can make it out there alone.
Yeah.
I know. I could have had this paint party tonight, just me, myself, and I, sitting here painting North Carolina Lighthouse and thinking of all the ways. Let me count the ways I love you. But it's better with you, Tish.
Oh.
Life is better with Tish, let me just say.
I'm blushing.
Tish, I love you. You know I do. Yeah. Life is better with Tish. That could be a Tish. We could write a poem about how life is better with Tish.
Life is better with Tish. Why? Because we can sit here and we can paint and not do the dishes. Tish ain't a fish, but she don't mind doing the dishes. But life is better with Tish because she sits here and paints. I can't wait till we have that poetry day where, we throw words out and try to do something funny. That's going to be funny.
Oh gosh. Elizabeth, you got to join us that night too. We're doing Tish's platform is like one word poetry, like put one word on the page. Tish, tell about your motto here.
One word, one word, one sentence, and one page at a time.
You look like
push words forward.
Yep, we push words forward. So we're doing one word poetry event where I'm going to get the kids to put some words in an envelope. I'm going to have no clue what these words are.
That's going to be fun.
Trust me, there's no telling what Sam is going to come up with. I mean, I'm not going to prompt him at all. I promise. It's going to be completely, and I'm just going to pull these random words out. And we have to then write poetry on the spot and share it out with everybody. And you guys at home have to write yours and put it in the chat. So it's all us writing crazy poems. It's going to be hilarious. Yeah. Elizabeth said that will be fun. And my son is 13 years old. So if we get the word POG, P-O-G, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at what kind of words we're going to be end up getting.
From a 13-year-old. I hope we know the meaning of them. You know, they have their own language too.
We're gonna be having to look up the Mama's Dictionary to teenage slang.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna be texting him. She said she had to search what that meant because she was reading it here on Twitch a lot. Yeah. They have their own language, trust me.
They do.
And even though I teach 9th grade and I have a 13 and an 18-year-old, sometimes they'll throw words out there at me and I'll be like, wait, what?
Well, I'm always, what do this mean? They send me something, and instead of saying okay, they say M-M-K. So I'm like, what is that?
What is that?
Okay. I don't know. I'm like, come on now, y'all can do better than that.
So Tish in love over pizza. When I was writing Jessie, talking back to Pepper in all of those text messages, and she was always using it was like Pepper was like, "We're grown women. Just talk to me." Jessie did not want to let go. She was slanging it and throwing it, abbreviating everything. Jessie was not letting it go.
Okay, now when it comes to color matches, do anybody know what color makes orange?
It's Google does. Google knows.
That's a good one. Google knows everything.
So Elizabeth, if you haven't figured it out yet, we're not artists. We just love to have paint nights and be silly with one another, and we love to draw though. We love it. And one thing that I say, go out and do things that you love. And it matters to me. This painting, when we're over, it's going to matter to me.
Yep. Don't matter to me.
It's going to just matter to me, and I've had fun, so.
Oh, yellow and red make orange.
Well, see, we are in the learning with Tish mode right now. Tish, our studio, is now benefited by your beauty and knowledge.
I don't know what other color to use.
Hooray, that's worth a lot. Elizabeth said, for what it's worth, you've got me smiling and laughing. There you go, Tish. Tish, it's all Tish. Tish was that cut up, apparently, when she was at school. I don't know if you missed
awful. Oh, yeah. Oh, I went to an all-girls Catholic school, and I remember in the 9th grade, I loved me some Elvis Presley. I just had the world's biggest crush on him. And for some reason, I like to get on top of the desk in my little plaid skirt and say, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog." Cry and want to try. And I do my legs and everything. I got busted by Sister Jean Marie. I got busted. That was awful. I had to go to her office. And she had to laugh. I got in her office. I love me some Sister Jean Marie. She laughed. She honestly laughed. So I figured,
but she had to take you in there. She had to take you in there to prove the point that just cannot be tolerated. Then laugh.
I don't know why I did that. I was just.
You were going with it, Tish. You felt inspired.
I guess I did, because there'll be moments that I'm so quiet and everybody say, "Oh, she's so sweet and good." And then at moments I just break out and do something silly, which was fun. Everybody laughed and I'm good.
Hey, you got Cheyenne over there. She's laughing at you. Look, she's giving you an emoji over on Facebook. Elizabeth's laughing too.
She did call my mama though. Oh gosh. My mama spent so much time up there at the school. It was okay.
She got to learn to her teachers to teach.
Yeah, but I missed them. That was Maggie Smith. Reminds me so much of Sister Jean Marie. Not just
is that why you like her?
Yep. Even when she played in Sister Act 2, oh my gosh. She was in there with Whoopi.
I knew there had to be a reason. I knew there was a secret reason why she's your favorite.
Oh, I just look. Yeah, because she reminded me so much of Sister Bridget, not Sister Jean Marie. And nuns seem like they never age. You can go to their Facebook page and they still look the same.
Okay, just saying that to say that you can go to the nuns' Facebook page. Just that makes me smile.
Oh yeah, they have one too. Yeah, of course, I follow them. They seem like they never age. My mama said they don't have to. They don't have all the stress that everybody else have. They got the bills paid for. They eat and pray. They got God. They good.
Amen. Amen. Life of duty and sacrifice. Hey, you gotta reach out to them and give them your poetry book, Tish.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and send them Echoes and Whispers now.
That's true.
Then when the new one comes out on April 17th, you can send them that one too.
This is fun. This is therapeutic.
It is, Tish. It always is for me. I love these paint nights.
We got to have a lot more. This is when we need that great escape. This is the best.
I agree.
Just a mental relaxation. Hey, they have paint nights at, I don't know if they still do that. I see a lot of people online. They usually go and they have these paint parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, but me, I like being in the house. I like being.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is just as good,
I have so much fun doing it right here instead of going out for one of those paint party things where everybody paints the same image or something.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes now you can correct me guys out there if y'all have ever done one of the paint parties, but sometimes they're like already pre-drawn. And it's by the people that run the place.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, dang, these people can do some good painting. I didn't know it was pre-drawn.
Yeah, a lot of it is, Tish. And I'm sure some of them are. I'm not saying all are, but
I saw some of my friends did some wonderful. I'm like, dang, I didn't know they had that in there. That's a secret to it. I know. But this is cool.
Don't be going quoting me.
Now,
I love it.
You can tell I got crooked hands. I want to color all that white background. So let's see if I can make, they said, I'm going to make some orange. And I hope I don't mess it up. But you know what? Being an artist, you can never mess anything up. There's always a masterpiece.
Oh my gosh. The one time when we were doing the book covers and I did Sweet Potato Jones, the paint, I glopped it on there and it started running. And it started dropping down. And on the cover, the paint drops. Looks like spray paint.
Drips. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Didn't intentionally do that on paint night. That junk just started dripping because I had put too much up there on that mess. I didn't know what I was doing.
This do not look like no orange. Maybe I need a lot more. I'm gonna have to give me that art set that you got where you got all the colors there.
$16.99, I think. Yesterday. I just got it yesterday at Michael's. And if you sign up, do you have a Michael's near you?
Yes, I do. Right down the street.
Go ahead and sign up for their newsletter, and they send you coupons, Tish.
Oh, okay.
And the lady at the store, she hooked me up with a coupon. I get an educator discount. I get a teacher discount at Michael's. I think it's like 10%. Don't quote me on that either. Don't quote me on anything right now.
Do you have to show them anything? That you an educator?
Yeah, you got to have your school. You got to turn in your school badge. Show them your badge and stuff.
Okay, because I was gonna find me a way and get mine. If I say at homeschool, as a parent, you always schooling.
Yeah. Well, if you show them your homeschool tag from the state, that should count too.
Yeah, but I don't have that. I was just trying to.
Oh, Tish, you had pulled my leg. I would have given you that discount. You'd have pulled my leg just right there.
I think I color all this here. Let's do it slowly.
So
give it the African color.
So the nano day today went real good. And yesterday,
Oh, yes.
I wrote a lot yesterday, and I was writing late at night and finished it up, both chapters. I did 2 chapters instead of 1 yesterday. But today, it just felt really good doing it in the morning. Like having it done, and then I had the rest of the day.
I know. You know, I didn't do it at 5 o'clock like I usually do. I was there at 8 o'clock this morning, and I had a good turnout, and it felt good. I was like, you know what? I'm sleeping late.
Well,
and I did it at 8.
You said that you had kind of changed your time of waking up.
Well, yeah. And calling mine's now pop up right in.
I like it.
I do too. So you can just do it, and who shows up, just advertise an hour or so before. That's what I did. And I learned something new because we was talking about character sheets and character sketches. And this one lady, she was saying that she's trying something new because she really don't get to know her character until almost at the end.
Jeez.
So she discovered, she used the writing part to discover, and usually sometimes we already pre-plan these characteristics and traits for our characters.
Right.
So she said that she does it for her just secondary characters, but not her MC, because she's steady discovering who she is while she writes, and then she go back. But this is her first time doing that,
Yeah.
She don't want to lose interest. And I thought that was a really cool, because some of the people were saying that, well, it's true. You never know who your character is as they continue to grow and develop in your story. You may think this person is this and that, like with Bay Weather Waters. She changed on me. She was like, I'm going to be who I want to be. I ain't going to be who you want me to be. So I thought that was interesting, Like I told people, it may not work for you. It may work for some, but I just thought that was a good idea she shared with other people in there.
Yeah, I love it. And I love listening to people's process and how they do things, and then sharing mine out. And that's like when Sherry in the WWJs, when she was like, you need to do, the method book, you need to share out these things that, we talk about.
Right.
And when she challenged me with that, and I did, the whole Monarch method was born, it's just coming out so easy. It's just flowing. It's so natural. It's like I was telling my friend Kim from Australia, who my writing friend that I love so much, that I talk about a lot. She's reading it right now. So if you get on there and you see comments by Kim, that's my friend Kim.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, I was like, I wanted it to be like a conversation, like we're sitting together having coffee, and I'm telling you about the way I write a book from start to finish, like the things that I do behind the scenes that help keep me motivated and inspired and focused on the task at hand to get that chapter a day in, to really push when it's hard. And I was like, I really want it to be a conversation between author friends. And she said, she said, you nailed it.
I love that.
I said, amen, hallelujah. I nailed it. I texted Solomon after she said that. She said, I nailed it, Solomon. She said, I got it. Because, I didn't want it to be like some stuffy craft book with all of this.
Right. And I like that.
High talking language.
Right. You provide that intimacy. Yeah. I love that. That's
like it's just two friends just hanging out. And so the writing is coming. So I wrote almost 7,000 words yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it can happen. It can happen when it's right. It's just easy. It's right. It's my story. It's truth. It's not like I now have to go and research it. I know it. I live it. It's the method that I use, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which makes it so much easier to talk about and write about. And so I hope it can be a blessing to somebody. So
it will be.
So this nano project is really coming together quicker than I thought, which not a negative thing, because I have other things I could be working on, like poetry and stuff like that. Tish, while I have you on the video, I get to share with you the difference in the pages. And I hope that I'm going to try my best to go and fix.
Uh-huh.
I want to show you really fast. I brought it to show you.
Okay.
So the size difference, I like the size. Oh, there's Ann. Ann is here.
Hey. I'm so silly.
Ann, we love you so much.
Wait, sure do. When I see her on video, I just think of my daughters. She's lucky she don't live right here by me. I be hugging and kissing those cheeks.
We just hug you up, Ann. We love you. But the white pages, can you see it?
So that's the white or the cream?
The white. I'm telling you, I like the white better.
Oh, so you got 2 of them done.
So the first one, The Clay in the Potter's Hands, this is book 1, right, in the series. This is the gray. I keep saying gray. It's not gray. It's not
cream.
Cream. Gosh, why do I keep saying gray? It's like gray.
It's gray in your mind.
It's gray. It's dingy. I don't know, but it's not working. So now I want to go back in and reformat and try to change this one up, and because I love the white. We love you too. Ann said, "I'll love you guys."
Aww. Yeah. So so is that a 8.5 by 5.5 by 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the standard, because they had an 8 by 5, so I shouldn't get the 8 by 5. It's a small book now. It's only like 28 pages. Just
take your ruler and just start looking at books that you have on the shelf and just start measuring them out. That's that's the best advice I could give anybody. You know, I did that. I went to the library and started like measuring with like a legit ruler. Like,
right. I thought I had purple. Am I colorblind? You know, I put something up on my Facebook page. Did you see it? The teal, the tennis shoe. Is it teal or green? No, teal and something, and then it was pink and something.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to indicate what side of your brain. Well, the first day I put it up there, I saw the gray, the teal, and whatever. But I swear the next day I saw it pink. I was like, what's wrong?
It's like it's like perception. It's like a different. So then one of my author friends that you're going to meet next week for the first time, her name's Rebecca Wheeler, and she's got tons. Oh, all right. Elizabeth said, "Be right back." She's
okay.
So you're going to get to meet her during the poetry reading. Because she's going to be at the WWJ conference for the youth conference. And so I invited her. I texted her and said, "Hey, do you by chance write poetry?" She said, "I used to in college." And I'm like, "So do you want to read some for poetry reading and then get to meet some of the WWJs and we can announce you to the world since you're going to be one of the speakers at the conference?" She loved the idea. So then next thing I know, she's in her SCBWI group and she's like, "Wait, I just read a poem. Jennifer's got me writing poetry." So we're going to get it. We're going to get it next week, April 5th.
Aww.
So you get to meet her. I don't know what we were talking about before, but it was something about something.
Oh.
What were we even talking about?
I don't. Oh, books, the covers. You said the teal color, the side of our brain.
Oh, yeah. And so then she happens to get on Facebook and tries to debunk it and says, "Y'all, it ain't left brain, right brain." She said it's about some kind of perception, this and this, and she put some science research thing on there.
Are you serious? I'm going to check that out.
Yeah. She put it up there.
Really?
She's like, "Here's the truth of that. Here's the truth." Because I could see it one way and then everybody around me saw it a different way. But I
was just stunned. The next day I saw something totally different and I was like, this ain't real. Somebody messing with me. Remember that dress they had on?
Same kind of thing. She said it's the same concept. She said all of that. Yeah, she said it's not left brain, right brain. It's something about like some kind of like.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
ruin my
That's
dreams.
A good one. Because I was in a light when I first looked at it, and then I was in a dark setting the second time around. So maybe that had a lot to do with it. Oh my goodness. I got all caught up thinking,
Me
okay, I need
too.
to see which brain.
Me too. I did it. I was caught. And then it caught me, it got me. And then it was like I was more methodical and analytical and planned out, and I wasn't the creative brain. And I was like, yes, because that means all of it's from Jesus. It's not
That's
from me.
right.
And I was like, let's praising Jesus too in the process. And I
so
still praise
fun.
Jesus regardless if it's left or right or light or what. So Ann's talking about we are talented. Do you remember that paint night that we had, and then Ann started popping in some of the drawings that she had done?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
I know that's right.
we talking about a WWJ with some painting and some artistry. It's Ann Bellevue, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so excited about your book. Look, it's April 1st.
Oh, I am too.
We're in countdown mode for a Mattel of Ashes.
I'm just even more thrilled the fact that she self-published it, and you wouldn't even know it if she didn't tell you.
It's so professional and
Just
so
amazing,
so beautiful. You have such an eye for this craft, and such a wonderful storyteller.
And I read about her main character. I was like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be my first fantasy. YA fantasy.
Oh, Tish, really?
I'm so excited. Yeah. You know, I always get stuck in one genre and like it and don't travel out. But now that's one of my goals for the year is reading all genres. As a writer, you should. You can learn from everything.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So Ann said panic mode, LOL. And I'm going to say prayer mode, LOL.
Oh, I love that. And you setting the standard pretty high, girl. I'm so proud of you.
I am too. She says she hopes that we like it. We're
gonna like it. Yeah.
We're gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna love Freddie. I can already tell you. So I had a podcast today. I've got one every single week for the month of April, and now May is on.
Oh wow, girl, you're gonna be busy.
So there's going to be a book now that you guys are going to get to see what I'm currently reading, and it's getting ready to shift, and it's going to be A Tale of Ashes. So I am getting ready to get my hands into some fantasy with Ann Bellevue. I can't wait.
I can't either.
So I was going to ask Ann what's her favorite poem. We're painting poems and we're sharing out our favorite poems. I have so many when you ask favorite songs or favorite books. The same happens with me with poetry. Like, what's your favorite poem, Ann? Yesterday I cried. You have to go look that poem up.
Indeed, girl.
Elizabeth over at on Twitch, she shared that poem with us, and I had never read it before. Tish knew it. Now you got to put in the chat what your favorite poem is. I'm doing Sonnet 43 right now, which there is nothing in Sonnet 43 that is a lighthouse, but that's what came to me when I was reading the poem. I thought of the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse off the North Carolina coast.
And you know what came to me too when I guess why I chose it too, because this cage bird, it has all those emotions, and the emotions I was experiencing today, it just felt like it was caged up.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like initially I had nowhere to release these emotions. That's what I was feeling. And I guess that's why I felt like, oh, I need to write a poem, because back in the days, you can release everything in your poem, you know?
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. Yeah.
If I'm having a difficult day or I'm trying to process something and I don't have a novel that I'm working on, I will often go to poetry and I'll pull up the notes on my phone and I'm often channeling all of that there and just letting it fall. And
I need to do that.
oftentimes it comes into me not
Mm-hmm.
even realizing what I'm sad about, but I'm sad. And
Oh, really?
then
Let's see.
when the poem starts and I'm at the point and it's there, it's grief of,
Right.
trying to deal with grief of the loss of my parents or
That
the
gotta be
pain,
extremely hard.
you know,
Yeah.
silence, that whole silence there. And so I think that is a way that helps me to stay connected to them through words.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that. Yeah.
And so even though the poems kind of come from a place of grief, they also come from a place of hope that I know I'll see them again.
Right.
Anne's going to look up her poem. She said it's from Shakespeare. Go,
Oh.
Anne. Go, Anne. Anne's about to break out Shakespeare on Paint Night tonight. She's going to look it up.
That's something my baby girl loves is Shakespeare. Her daddy bought her all of his work, the collection of his works, put it that
Love
way.
it. Love that. We
And
teach
that's
it.
Peyton. Oh yeah.
Love it.
When she get books, she does that. I call it intellectual reading. When my other girls, they only like the manga and those comic books and stuff.
Oh, Anne said, over hill, over dale. Okay, I'm going to look it up and get ready to go look it up. And then you can go look this poem up that was recommended to us from Twitch. That poem by Elizabeth. Elizabeth dropped that.
Is
Oh, I found it. Poets.org. I'm telling you, Tish, I love that website.
oh okay.
It took me to the website I told Tish to go to because I love it.
Wow.
And it's a fairy speaking.
Oh,
Did you get
I don't
inspired?
know.
Did you get inspired by it, Anne? Definitely got that one up now. I've got it pulled up so I can read it. Louisa May Alcott, she also wrote a poem about fairies. You got to go look it up. That's the poem that I use at the beginning of the Fae of
Okay.
Averley.
What's a fae? A fairy?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know. I was too embarrassed to ever ask.
Don't you dare ever be embarrassed to ask.
I know, but I will. I'll say one day it just pop on out.
Tish, that looks absolutely beautiful, hon.
Oh, thank you. I'm just trying to do some little touch up now. That's cool.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Have you ever read that poem, Tish?
Yes. I think that was one of the first poems ever back in the day. Used to recite it.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. To my boyfriend.
Oh, Tish.
I was young. That young. I don't even know if he paid any attention. I was trying to get him to say, "You tell me you love me too." I was young. I was such a romantic kind of kid.
So you get what's going on right now in our household. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Hey.
Oh, Ann said it was inspirational. Which one? The Yesterday I Cried? Is that the one that you went and searched? And then the Louisa May Alcott one is one I think you would like too, Anne. All right, there is my ocean coming up to meet the golden sands.
I had got approval from my daughter with this, and I was like so proud. They actually liked my drawing initially, and they was just looking and, oh, Mama did that. So I'm saying to myself, where do you think you get your talent from?
Go Tish.
But I said it to myself. I just let them think. You know how they think they know everything more than the parent.
Did I tell you what Sam did for the when I wrote the poem, and he took it to his piano teacher and shared it?
Wow.
He said, look what my mama did. I said, oh my God, that was last Monday. I said, Sam, I didn't know you were going to share it now. He said, it was really good, Mom.
He was so proud.
Yeah, so I'm starting to share when I write poetry. I'm starting to send it to them in a text. Look what I just wrote.
Yeah, so they can good boys.
See the life that I live in.
Good men you're bringing up in this world.
Cheyenne said you guys did amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shy. All right. Tish, it is absolutely gorgeous. And I can even just see it far away.
Oh, okay. It initially started a little intimidating, but I guess once you get started, that all disappears. Oh, well.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I like the idea that the poem is inside. I can always go and read it whenever I want. I'm actually going to put it right here in my little writing area.
Oh, love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was my inspiration to write poetry.
I love that it's a part of your story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that your teacher is a part of your story. You know
oh my gosh, yeah. I tell people about Miss Fight. They say, hey, it was because of her and the reaction I got. If she hadn't gave us that assignment, I would never experience that feeling, I don't think. Because it was because of that feeling, I eventually, years later, wanted to feel that feeling again. So I wrote.
Love that, Tish.
I love Miss Fight. She has really, you know how they say a teacher can really make a child? That is so true. You can make a break, and she made me.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Anne says she loves it. She loves it, Tish.
Oh, thank you. I'm kind of liking it more myself. I even got my little signature down there.
Go, Tish. It's official.
Yeah.
And Shy, I told her, are you selling it after, or are we putting it up for paint auction? She said, no.
Oh, were you having a paint auction?
No, I was joking.
Oh.
I was joking.
Because I was holding on to this one.
She ain't letting it go.
And she got me want to do a lot more.
My waves are every which way.
And I love lighthouses. Oh. Wonder if they got a poem out there about lighthouses. I want to Google that in a minute. I love lighthouses.
You know they have to have a poem about it.
There's just something about them.
They have to. They have to have a poem about everything. And if they don't, you have to write it, Tish.
No, that'll be probably my writing prompt tonight. Yeah. Well, I think I did enough to this one. Maybe I can add a little more color in that other banner and put a little bit more color up in that little banner.
You gotta show us close. You gotta show us the close up.
Let me see. I feel like a little kid over here. I got paint all on my hands and everything.
That's good. It's joy.
Yeah.
What do I say? Do things with joy. Do things that make you happy. I
know.
You've been so smiling. Happy. You've been smiling a lot, Tish.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Ann says, hold it up.
I will, Ann. Give me a few seconds. Let me get these little specks in. I'm going to hold it up.
She said she wants us to plan more paint parties. She said she loves them, Ann. So at Michael's, they had the canvases where you could get 5 for $10 too.
Oh, wow. That was a good deal.
So they had a sale going on.
I do. This is really therapeutic and fun and creative. We get to bring that other creative side of us out. I like this. I needed this so much. I could just hug you. I'm missing the hugs. I want a hug so bad.
Well, that means that me and Ann are traveling to Texas to get hugs from Tish. What did you get, Ann? You got some of the, did you go to Michael's and get some of the canvases? So Ann's ready. She's ready for paint night.
All righty. This needs to be a date all the time, somewhere in each month or every other month.
And we can do it too, because we could do like next month, since we're having the youth summit, we can celebrate our favorite children's authors and books or characters from,
Oh, I love that. Yeah, pick a character from a favorite book.
You better not, don't let us forget that. Will you promise not to let me forget that?
Well, I better write that down right now. You know, my memory, I put it right in my notes.
I might have to just draw Miss Honey's house from Matilda and Miss Honey.
Oh, I was thinking about Up, the house in the balloon, but I'm gonna find something else. I'll probably want to do.
I'm probably gonna draw Miss Honey.
Oh,
because I love Miss Honey from Matilda. I love that book from Roald Dahl. We read it last year when we were doing children's book author study with my friend from Australia, Kim.
Oh wow!
So, Ann, I also got at Michael's. I can show you without it all falling. But I got this whole set of acrylics. I don't know what you use, but I don't know falling out. But I got like a big set. It was $16. It was the Artist Loft. It was perfect.
Oh, good deal.
All right, this one's mine. This is How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways.
Oh, you did a good job. I'm just about finished. You cannot leave until I finish this.
I won't.
You did a good job. I love the colors.
My favorite part, I think, is the golden sand.
Oh, and you made the water like it's really waves, little waves and stuff in there too. The sand. I love
the sand. The sand is my favorite part. I should just do a whole thing of sand.
Oh.
Cover up what else.
And then the background, it almost looked like, you know how sometimes the reflection of the sunset, sometimes you can see the purples in the sky.
Yeah.
I love that. That is peaceful. So what do you do with your art once you finish?
I collect it and I have an all for each one of the paint nights. So like I have them all here, the ones that we've done in the past. I just keep them with me.
Oh, okay. Let me do one more little trimming and I'll be finished here. I need to, where's my little skinny brush?
Like that one was the Sweet Potato John's cover, the book cover for that one.
Oh.
And I just kind of started dripping.
I know your favorite color.
Yes, you do. This one was when we did Halloween. This one was for Gold School.
Look at him.
And my cat Zoe. And then this one was a magical Christmas wedding where we did it Christmas time.
Oh, that need to be put up on the wall.
So now I've got this one from our poetry month. Love it.
Well, I'm saving this one. I don't know where my other one went to. It went to the storage box for Halloween.
I love it, Tish.
I meant to do this. Oh. Going down this line and I'll be through. Just drew this one little line. So, starving artists. We used to go to those little artists. Let me see how can y'all see?
Bring it up closer. Bring it up closer to us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Man. And inside, Anne, it's hard to see, but she has the poem written on the bird.
Oh, yeah. The poem is written inside the bird. I didn't color that in. I can always go and read it.
That is absolutely amazing, Tish.
I couldn't do the orange. For some reason, I wanted orange, but I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. And then the little flowers inside or whatever and that.
So now you have to take a picture of it and put it up on Instagram, and then you can you can cite the poem and everything and share your favorite poem with everyone and tell them how it got started. You got to. Here, maybe. Oh, wow. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to have, see, Anne, oh, wow, that's so amazing. Here, hold it up, and then we're going to, let's hold it up. I love it. Yep. Okay, Anne, you're going to get quoted on Instagram, and then I'm going to place it all up.
My lens are so dirty. This was so much fun. Let me see.
Huh? I said, that's really good. Oh, thanks, Steve. Okay, I'm saving the picture even though my camera is ridiculously blurry and needs to be cleaned.
Instagram, you said?
Oh my gosh. I look me taking a picture. No, Tish, no. No. No, I'm canceling. I cancel. We'll just take a picture of our.
I am gonna put them both.
Take a picture.
Here.
Take a picture of Tish working. I'm taking a picture of her picture. There.
That's what I did them both.
There. It's gonna have Tish. It's not gonna have me on it.
Okay. What is it? What is that? Oh, okay. Poetry. Poetry.
I got it.
Right. Okay.
It's just you though. I'm out of it. Oh,
why?
I'm out of it. Look, it's this one. I got you taking a picture of your face.
That is hilarious. That is too hilarious.
And then look, you're peeking. Look, and I got you. You're peeking over.
Is this peeking for real?
That's like you stalking. It's like you're stalking yourself.
That's a good one.
I won't keep that forever.
That is hilarious.
The joy you bring to my life, Tish.
I got a tag writing community. I'm so happy. I can cry. I'm crazy, y'all. I ain't have nothing to drink. I'm just having one of those. That's a feel good kind of happiness. I like that.
Amen.
I do writers. Writing. Well, I need to hashtag some kind of painting too.
Yes, you should.
Let's see. Authors who paint. Writers who paint. We're going to create our own hashtag.
Do it. Do it, Tish.
UTHORS who paints.
You got to do it. I'm going to put you
Oh, there is a hashtag for it.
See, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Let me let them know. I drew. Inspired by. No. This painting.
Yep.
Was inspired by Maya Angelou. Oh, I love the way you would have loved her. Well, I know you do, but she said something a while ago that she don't let people into her house who bring negativity. her house is nothing but positive. And I just love that. That was just beautiful how she said it, though.
My one of my dear friends has one of her books that she annotated.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. She told me she's just going to bring it just so I can kind of just.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh, my gosh. And take pictures of it.
I loved her so. Yes. Okay. So I got that picture, and then I got the picture of you taking a picture. I'm gonna post you on there. Can I do it?
Yeah, I have no shame. I just post stuff. It looks pretty good. I'm really proud of myself. Look at me. Oh, we did a dang good job.
It's beautiful, Tish.
I had a shaky hand, but hey, it was okay. You know, can only get better with time. I'm saving this baby.
You better. It's gorgeous. And if you don't want to save it, you know where to send it to. You got the address.
Oh, yeah, this was fun. Love you too, Jen. You made my night.
You made mine?
Yes.
And then we got to hang out with Anne. We got to hang out with Shy. We met a new friend named Elizabeth over on Twitch. So we learned new poetry. Thank you for sharing out your poetry, Anne. I was reading it as Tish was putting on her final touches from William Shakespeare. We had Yesterday I Cried. And we've got Elizabeth Barrett Browning, How Do I Love Thee, Let Me Count the Ways, which is Sonnet 43. And then Tish.
I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings.
And guys, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love y'all. Check out our events with the WWJs this month of April. We got a packed month, y'all.
I know. I'm excited.
One of the most exciting is Ann Delview's newest book, A Tale of Ashes. That is going to be released on April the 13th. You can pre-order your copy. I've got it on eBack. I've made a new one, Ann. It's on eBack. Paperbook. I swear there's coffee in that thing. Ebook and paperback. I got a both. And made dumplings too. Lord help. So that's our big one. And then we got April 5th, we've got our poetry reading. So we hope that you guys will be able to come back and join us. Where we're going to try to read with a straight face. I don't know how that serious poetry night's going to go.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, Ann said eBack.
Hey, we can start up a startup or something. We
eBack and paper books. Oh, Jesus. So meet us back here. We got April 5th is our next big event. And then coming up in the middle of, I don't have my calendar down here, but we're doing our one-word writing. It's going to be so much fun. And we're having a K-12 for teachers where we're going to talk lesson plans for teachers in poetry. And then all throughout the month, we are doing Nano. Tish, tell them the name of your YouTube channel.
Tish Bouvier. Just look for Tish Bouvier, and there I am, right with me.
It's so easy. And then you can come over to Jen Lowry Writes Everyday Mom Challenge, and you can check us out there too. All right, guys. I love y'all. Love you, Tish.
Love you. Bye-bye.